Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and welcome. This is going to be my Sabbath reading, although it be quite a bit late. I'm still going to get it done because it needs to be done. Before I get started, the family emergency that I had posted about, and if you follow me on Discord, you probably have more details than that. What had happened is my wife had for the last couple of days been having very severe headaches, like nothing she's ever felt before, from my understanding. She started getting dizzy and feeling very bad and went to the emergency room. The emergency room ran several tests. They did 2 different CAT scans. They attempted to do a spinal tap, which failed for various reasons that I feel no need to go into, but did fail. All the results came back fine. They didn't find anything. She's still not feeling well and still having headaches, although it not as bad as it was. They referred her to a neurologist, and she's going to try to get the appointment set for Monday morning and go see the neurologist and do further tests and probably be put under to do a spinal tap anyway, just to get further things done. Currently she is home and resting, and yeah, been a stressful couple of days, so please just keep us in your prayers. Thank you for all the support. And I need to open my book for sure today. I need to open my book every day, and I don't do it as often as I should, just to be quite honest about it. So yeah, here I am. We left off in Exodus, chapter 8. We left off right at chapter 9. Chapter 8 we were going through, basically we were going through Pharaoh not doing what he needs to do. Pharaoh being the king of Egypt, or the sovereign of Mitzrayim. I am reading out of the scriptures, so it does keep the Hebrew names. So Moses being Moshe and things like that. So yeah, anyway, chapter 8, they were going over just the start of the consequences that the Father was giving to Pharaoh. And along with those consequences, he was just basically showing his power and proving to the Hebrew people that he is the Father, the Creator, the one and only. So I will get right into it, and just a disclaimer, my brain is fried. I haven't slept very much, and yeah, wish me luck on this one. I'm going to need it. See how much I can get through today. Not sure we will get through more than a couple of chapters, but I will do my best. Chapter 9. And Yahweh said to Moshe, "Go in to Pharaoh and speak to him. Thus said Yahweh, Elohim of the Hebrews, let my people go, so that they serve me. For if you refuse to let them go and are still holding on to them, see, the hand of Yahweh is on your livestock in the field, and on the horses, and on the donkeys, on the camels, on the cattle, and on the sheep. Very grievous pestilence. And Yahweh shall separate between the livestock of Israel, and the livestock of Mitzrayim, and let no matter die of all that belongs to the children of Israel. And Yahweh set an appointed time, saying, tomorrow Yahweh is going to do this word in the land. And Yahweh did this word on the next day, and all the livestock of Mitzrayim died, but the livestock of the children of Israel did not die. Then Pharaoh sent, and see, not even one of the livestock of Israel was dead, but the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the people go. And Yahweh said to Moshe and Aaron, fill your hands with ashes from the furnace, and let Moshe scatter it toward the heavens before the eyes of Pharaoh. and it shall become fine dust in all the land of Mitzrayim, and it shall cause boils that break out into sores on man and beast in all the land of Mitzrayim. So they took ashes from the furnace and stood before Pharaoh, and Moshe scattered them toward the heavens, and they caused boils, breaking out in sores on man and beast. And the magicians were unable to stand before Moshe because of the boils, for the boils were on the magicians and all the Mitzrayites. If you remember from the previous readings, the magicians were trying to prove their power, that they had the same power that Moshe and Aaron were putting on display by doing similar things, but eventually failed because obviously they do not have the power that the Father has. Verse 12. But Yahweh strengthened the heart of Pharaoh, and he did not listen to them, as Yahweh had said to Moshe. And Yahweh said to Moshe, Rise early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh, and say to him, Thus said Yahweh, Elohim of the Hebrews, Let my people go, so that they serve me. For at this time I am sending all my plagues onto your heart, and on your servants, and on your people, so that you know that there is no one like me in all the earth. Now if I have stretched out my hand, and struck you and your people with pestilence, then you would have been cut off from the earth. And for this reason I have raised you up, in order to show you my power, and in order to declare my name in all the earth. You still exalt yourself against my people, in that you do not let them go. See, tomorrow, this time, I am causing very heavy hail to rain down, such has not been in Mitzrayim from the day of its founding until now. And now send, bring your livestock to safety, and all that you have in the field, for the hail shall come down on every man and every beast which is found in the field, and is not brought home, and they shall die. Those among the servants of Pharaoh were feared, who feared the word of Yahweh, made their servants and livestock flee to the houses. But those who did not set their heart on the word of Yahweh left their servants and livestock in the field. Then Yahweh said to Moshe, Stretch out your hand toward the heavens, and let there be hail in all the land of Mitzrayim, on man and on beast, and on every plant of the field throughout the land of Mitzrayim. Then Moshe stretched out his rod toward the heavens, and Yahweh sent thunder and hail, and fire came down to the earth, and Yahweh rained hail on the land of Mitzrayim. Thus there came to be hail and fire flashing continually in the midst of the hail, and very heavy, such as not been in all the land of Mitzrayim since it became a nation. Some may say that he rained down meteorites, but yeah. And the hail struck in all the land of Mitzrayim, and all that was in the field, both man and beast. And the hail struck every plant of the field, and broke every tree of the field. Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, there was no hail. Pharaoh then sent and called for Moshe and for Aaron, and said to them, I have sinned this time. Yahweh is righteous, and my people and I are wrong. Pray to Yahweh, for there has been enough of the thunder and hail of Elohim, and I am letting you go, so that you stay no longer. And Moshe said to him, As soon as I go out of the city, let me spread out my hands to Yahweh, and let thunder cease, and the hail be no more, so that you know that the earth belongs to Yahweh. But as you and your servants know that you do not yet fear Yahweh Elohim. But as for you and your servants, I know that you do not fear before Yahweh Elohim. 31. And the flax and the barley were struck, for the barley was in the head, and the flax was in bud. But the wheat and the split were not struck, whatever a split is, for they were late crops. And Moshe went out of the city from Pharaoh, and spread out his hands to Yahweh, and the thunder and the hail ceased, and the rain was not poured on the earth, And Pharaoh saw that the rain and the hail and the thunder had ceased, yet he sinned again, and he hardened his heart, and he and his servants. And the heart of Pharaoh was strengthened, and he did not let the children of Israel go, as Yahweh had said through Moshe. Many lessons there about listening to the Father, paying attention to his signs, and doing what you are told. I mean, there are lessons throughout this entire book from cover to cover on that particular subject. Just do what you're told. Chapter 10. And Yahweh said to Moshe, Go in to Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart and the hearts of his servants, so that I show these signs of mine before him, and that you relate in the hearing of your son and your son's sons what I have done in Mitzrayim, and my signs which I have done among them, and you shall know that I am Yahweh. And Moshe and Aaron came in to Pharaoh and said to him, Thus said Yahweh, Elohim of the Hebrews, Till when shall we refuse to humble yourself before me? Let my people go, so that they serve me. Or else, if you refuse to let my people go, see, tomorrow I am bringing locusts within your borders, and they shall cover the surface of the land, so that no one is able to see the land, and they shall eat the rest of what has escaped, what remains to you from the hail, and they shall eat every tree which grows up for you out of the field. And they shall fill your houses, and the houses of all your servants, and the houses of all the Mitzrites, I don't know how to say that word properly, which neither your fathers nor your fathers' fathers have seen, since the day that they were on the earth to this day. Then he turned and went out from Pharaoh. And Pharaoh's servants said to him, Till when would this be a snare to us? Let the men go, so that they serve Yahweh their Elohim. Do you not yet know that Mitzrayim is destroyed? And Moshe and Aaron were brought back to Pharaoh, and he said to them, Go serve Yahweh your Elohim. Who are the ones that are going? And Moshe said, We are going with our young, and with our old, and with our sons, and with our daughters. With our flocks and our herds we are going, for we have a festival to Yahweh. And he said to them, Let Yahweh be with you, as I let you and your little ones go. Watch, for evil is before your face. Not so. You men go now, and serve Yahweh, for that is what you desired. And they were driven out from the presence of Pharaoh. And Yahweh said to Moshe, Stretch out your hand over the land of Mitzrayim, for the locusts to come upon the land of Mitzrayim, and eat every plant of the land, all that the hail has left. So the Pharaoh was only going to let certain people go. He wasn't going to let them take their entire congregation, their entire nation, with all of their flocks, herds, and all their animals. He was just going to let, the men go. That's not what he was told to do. 13. And Moshe stretched out his rod over the land of Mitzrayim, and Yahweh brought an east wind to the land all that day and all that night. Morning came, and the east wind brought the locusts. And the locusts went up over all the land of Mitzrayim, and settled within all the borders of Mitzrayim, very grievous. There had never been locusts like them before, nor would there again be like them. And they covered the surface of all the land, so that the land was darkened, and they ate every plant of the land, and all the fruit of the trees which the hail had left. And no greenness was left on the trees, on the plants of the field, and in all the land of Mitzrayim. Is it still like that to this day? I mean, when you look at Egypt, it looks pretty desert-like from what I've seen. Do we know why? Pharaoh then called for Moshe and Aaron in haste, and said, I have sinned against Yahweh your Elohim and against you, and now please forgive my sin only this once, and pray to Yahweh your Elohim that he would only turn away this death from me. He said he sinned only this once. The guy's delusional. And he went out from Pharaoh and prayed to Yahweh, and Yahweh turned a very strong west wind, which took the locusts away, and blew them into the sea of reeds. Not one locust was left within the borders of Mitzrayim. However, Yahweh strengthened the heart of Pharaoh, and he did not let the children of Israel go. And Yahweh said to Moshe, Stretch out your hand toward the heavens, and let there be darkness over the land of Mitzrayim, even a darkness which is felt. A darkness that is felt, like a thick mist, perhaps. And Moshe stretched out his hand toward the heavens, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Mitzrayim for 3 days. They did not see one another, nor did anyone rise from his place for 3 days, while all the children of Israel had light in their dwelling. And Pharaoh called to Moshe and said, Go serve Yahweh. Only leave your flocks, your herds behind. Let your little ones go with you too. But Moshe said, You yourself are to provide us with slaughterings and ascending offerings to prepare for Yahweh our Elohim, and our livestock are to go with us too. Not a hoof is to be left behind, for we have to take some of them to serve Yahweh our Elohim, and we ourselves do not know with what we are to serve Yahweh until we come there. However, Yahweh strengthened the heart of Pharaoh, and he would not let them go. And Pharaoh said to him, Get away from me, watch yourself, and see my face no more, for in the day that you see my face you die. And Moshe said, You have spoken rightly. Never again do I see your face. I'm going to go ahead and do chapter 11 just because it's rather short. 11:1. And Yahweh said to Moshe, I am bringing yet one more plague on Pharaoh and on Mitzrayim. After that he is going to let you go from here. When he lets you go, he shall drive you out from here altogether. Speak now in the hearing of the people, and let every man ask for his neighbor, and every woman from her neighbor, objects of silver and objects of gold. And Yahweh gave the people favor in the eyes of the Mitzrayites, and the man Moshe was very great in the land of Mitzrayim, in the eyes of Pharaoh's servants, and in the eyes of the people. And Moshe said, Thus said Yahweh, About midnight I am going out into the midst of Mitzrayim, and all the firstborn in the land of Mitzrayim shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh, who sits on his throne, even to the firstborn of the female servant who is behind the handmill, and all the firstborn of the cattle. And there shall be a great cry throughout the land of Mitzrayim, such has never been or ever shall be again. But against any of the children of Israel no dog shall move its tongue against man or against beast, so that you know that Yahweh makes distinction between Mitzrayim and Israel. There would be silent, quiet. And all these servants of yours shall come down to me and bow down to me, saying, Get out, you and all the people at your feet. And after I shall go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in great displeasure. But Yahweh said to Moshe, Pharaoh is not going to listen to you in order to multiply my wonders in the land of Mitzrayim. And Moshe and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh. However, Yahweh strengthened the heart of Pharaoh, and he did not let the children of Israel go out of his land. And that's the end of chapter 11. Chapter 12, we are going to get into the Passover, because that is what comes next. The Passover. Again, the lessons are: watch for the signs, listen to your Creator, and do what He says. Because if He wants you to do something and you refuse, He will move you out of His way, by force if necessary. Or in the case of Jonah, he'll just swallow you up in a whale until you agree. Convince you by other means. It just all depends on the person, I suppose. Pharaoh was not righteous before Yahweh. He was not, a person that followed Yahweh. So he was used as an example by Yahweh to show the people, not only the people of the children of Israel, the Hebrews, but also to show the people of Mitzrayim or Egypt his power, and that he is the one and only. He is the Father. So, the creator of all the heavens and the earth. Did they learn the lesson? Well, if you've read it, you know. But we'll get there next week. Thank you guys for watching. All your support, I really do appreciate it. Hope everyone has a very blessed rest of your day, rest of your weekend. And I'm going to go continue reading from where I left off, which is a lot farther along, because I just need to have my book open today and every other day. I just need to keep it open and keep studying, keep reading, keep learning, and figure out what's stuck to my... Yeah. Apparently it's time to take this thing to the laundry. Stuff stuck to it. That has nothing to do with this video. Anyway. The ears. Shalom, everyone.